In Dragon Ball Super's Tournament of Power, 80 fighters from 8 different universes have come together with the sole goal of survival, while 7 will fall away, erased by the Zenos if they are eliminated. But many are wondering, who will be the final 4, and who will it really come down to from the respective universes to decide the one true victor in this tournament? Well, today, we're going to be talking about that. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and enable notifications so you can see all of my content right away when it comes out. Alright guys, so we're going to be breaking down who we think today not only will be the final 4, but should be the final 4. A combination of, I guess, likelihoods as well as wishful thinking. So today joining me is someone who has been on my channel in the past. You know him very well, and his name is...
I don't know what my name is, bro. Just call me Arnold Sausage Nager. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm not going to call you that because that's going to take up a lot of time. But right. I will call you Geekdom101.
If you insist.
Alright, so this has been something that a lot of people have really thought since the beginning. The whole Battle Royal is really giving people flashbacks to the WWE and the Royal Rumble, and there's always that epic moment when it comes down to 4 guys at the end of the Royal Rumble. You know, they all face off at the different corners of the ring, and they wonder who is really going to be walking away with that shot at the title at WrestleMania, or in this case, in the Tournament of Power, who is going to be walking away at all. So who do you think this is going to come down to?
Well, this is a fun discussion because they could go a lot of different ways. You would think that what they would logically do is probably narrow it down to one final guy from 4 universes. You could have like Goku, Jiren, Hit, and maybe somebody else that hasn't been revealed yet. You know, like maybe a Ribrianne or one of those guys as the final 4, and just kind of have it be like which universe is going to win. You know, that would work, and we might see that. Plus, it would help protect Hit a little bit and keep him relevant going into the final 4, because no matter what, you know, it's like the Royal Rumble, it's like wrestling. Whoever the final 4 are always going to get a rub. Like, people are going to remember the final 4 as being the 4 last guys. I did a theory video a while back where I theorized in my video that it was about Gohan winning the Tournament of Power, which I know gets you going, is that I figured the last 4 would be Jiren, Toppo, Goku, and Gohan, with the idea being that Goku and Jiren would be fighting so hard they would eliminate themselves. They'd knock each other off the platform, and then it would be down to Gohan and Toppo, and Gohan would outsmart Toppo to where Toppo accidentally throws himself out, and thus Gohan is the winner. Then that way you've got the whole like Gohan's a really smart fighter thing going, not necessarily stronger than Toppo, but smart enough to outsmart him, and that would be a good idea to do as well. But that's kind of what I think, because based on the Dragon Ball Heroes, the Super Dragon Ball Heroes promo, it's implying, and again, it's not really stated, but it's implying that at some point in the tournament, Golden Frieza will be going against Jiren, so it could be down to like Jiren, someone else, Frieza, and Goku. And the idea that Goku and Frieza have to team up as the last 2 participants, I think is a great little story point. I think that would be a lot of fun to watch because it's the mortal enemies having to team up to survive for their universes. So that's another way it could go. I mean, there's tons of different things they can do, really.
And really, I feel like mentioning Frieza, this has to come down in a lot of ways to him. He was brought back from the dead. He's really been emphasized since he came back. They went out of their way to show just how much he's really improved and how he's basically on Goku's level now. And of course, at the beginning of the tournament, they made sure to show Frost and Frieza meeting and then making some sort of pact. So I kind of wonder if maybe those 2 are going to survive until the final 4, because they're basically going to be watching each other's backs. But another thing that makes me wonder is if it really does come down to Goku and Frieza versus like Jiren and Hit or something like that. I mean, is Frieza going to take that opportunity to actually win, or is he going to throw Goku over the side of the ring when he's not paying attention? Because again, it really comes down to Frieza, you know, like whether or not he's actually going to play along with Universe 7, you know? Do you think he is going to play along, or do you think he's just going to take the opportunity to say, well, if we lose, I want to make sure I'm the one that costs you the victory?
I don't know if he's going to do that, but I mean, he's got something planned. We don't know what it is, and I think he just wants more power. Like, people were kind of telling me the other day they wanted me to cover like Frieza's motives in this tournament, because he said recently that he wanted to be the Omni King. He wanted to take Zeno's place. Yeah. I just don't know if he will, because he doesn't have the power to, unless somehow they create some kind of cataclysm Cataclysm where both Zenos destroy each other or something, then he wants to take the spot then. I don't know if that's going to happen, though. And again, it's too soon to tell, but Frieza always says things like that. You know what I mean? He always says, like, he wants to be stronger and, you know, all that stuff. It's funny because I don't think he's going to do that at all. There's something else they could do. I was thinking about this. They could have, like, a comedic Final Four. Like, for example, you've got 3 serious guys, and then you've got, like, Roshi. Like, that could be funny, too. Like, you know, you've got Goku, Jiren, Hit, and then Roshi there, or somebody else. Like, I don't know, Botamo?
Yeah, or if it even comes down to, like, all jobbers, all the most powerful people eliminate each other, and so you have Roshi, you have Botamo, or somebody who's just a weakling from another universe, and basically the weakest fighters end up deciding the whole tournament. I think it would be pretty awesome if Universe 7 ended up winning because of Roshi and his tactics, you know? Maybe he hits somebody with that Myriad Palm surprise attack and sends him flying over the ring or something. You know, that's one of the things I really like about this tournament, that
it's not all about power, man.
Yeah, even though it's called the Tournament of Power, it seems to be about pretty much everything other than that at this point.
I mean, the thing is, I really, really feel, and the more we get closer to it, the more I feel this way, that Goku and Jiren will double eliminate themselves. I just don't, it just really is coming off that way. In the intro, the way they're fighting, going all out, you know, you have Goku going gold, then blue, and then possibly a higher form if it happens. You know, I know you hate transformations, but it could be possible, right? Obviously, he's going to bust out Kaioken at some point.
Yeah.
He won't be able to fly, though. So again, it's like, I just totally see these guys using so much power that they lose focus of what's going on, what they're doing, they both fall out. Like, I could totally see them doing that. And I think if they do that near the end of the tournament, not necessarily at the very end, but close to the end, I do think that it will make the tournament even more interesting, because then people are going to say, whoa, like, wait a minute, like, now who's going to win? It's not going to be the Goku show. Goku and Jiren are still going to look good. They're going to be protected, to use a wrestling term.
Yeah.
People are going to want that rematch and anticipate it, and then Dragon Ball Super will have another big rating on its hands if they build up to that rematch later on, maybe without the limitations of the tournament, with the flying ability and all that. And so the idea of that, I think, would be a good idea. I think Goku and Jiren should throw themselves out, you know, whether it be in the Final Four or not. I could totally see Frieza totally, like, being one of the last ones. Maybe 17. 17's a dark horse. I could see it being like Goku and 17, because they're protecting 17 too. Again, that's another one I see being a dark horse. I don't see Piccolo. Maybe Gohan. I think Goku, Gohan, Frieza, and 17 are the 4 most likely guys to be in the Final Four. I don't see Tien. I don't see, obviously not Krillin. I don't see 18 lasting until then. I think it'll be those guys. Those seem to be the guys they're protecting. I think Vegeta will also get thrown out. Knowing the way Dragon Ball Super writes this stuff, I'm thinking Vegeta might get thrown out by Jiren or by somebody else, because Vegeta's like the jobber to the stars.
Yep. I mean, Universe 7 really should have just brought Monaka. I mean, they would have made this so much easier, because he would have just been one-shotting Jiren and everyone else out of the ring. I mean, we all know that Goku is totally right about Monaka and his power.
Well, that's another guy right there, yeah.
But I really do like the idea of Goku and Jiren eliminating each other, because really, you know, it seems like one of the most badass ways to get them both out of the tournament and not have them really decide everything. Like, even though we do see them fighting in the intro, I think that it would be better if other characters were to decide the ending of this.
It would be more interesting, I think.
And if Goku, like, spears Jiren out of the ring or something, you know, you could always say that Goku would be counting that as some kind of victory, because he still eliminated him, even if he eliminated himself. But another really interesting way would maybe be Tien being in the Final Four, and then he uses the Tri-Beam on the other 3 and dies in the process, which leads to the other 3 being eliminated and Universe 7 winning. I think that'd be a pretty great ending.
Yeah, I think that would be too. I mean, I think the idea of a universe that's not 7 and 11 would be also cool, because, I mean, come on, dude. Universe 7 and 11 is so predictable. I just feel like someone's going to make a mistake. They're going to come in overconfident and lose. I mean, I would love to see, like, Universe 6 win, or somebody else. I mean, I would love to see Kaba be the winner, you know, the ultimate underdog, you know, and then they give him a push. I'm using wrestling terms because it's so much like wrestling, it's not even funny. This is so much like a Royal Rumble, except the only difference is that these guys are more over. I mean, I'm sorry, but look at how many guys are over in Dragon Ball right now. Goku, Gohan, Frieza, Vegeta, 17, Jiren, Toppo, Kaba, Kale, Caulifla, and fucking Hit. Those are the most over characters right now in Dragon Ball Super right now. I don't know if I'm missing anybody, but they're over, bro. These guys are drawing money, right? Who the hell's drawing money in WWE? I mean, they got like 4 guys, but not as many as like the 10 people who I just named. You know, the Super knows how to book better than wrestling, man.
Yeah, maybe Universe 10 should have brought, who the hell was the first one eliminated?
Universe 9, they were the first ones out, and those guys were getting over, but they were built up to be jabronis at the end of the day. You can kind of tell they were.
Maybe they should have brought Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman. I think they would have been been around a little bit longer if they did.
Well, I would love it if Jiren put Goku in an ambulance and then rammed him behind a freaking into a wall and then said, "I'm not finished with you." That would be fun. That's the best thing about Strowman, his little baby Huey scream, "I'm not finished with you."
Or when Brock Lesnar screams, it's like a bald eagle.
I can't even do it. My voice can't even go that high. Yeah, Dragon Ball Super is really good at booking, bro, which makes this topic so hard to talk about because there's so many guys who they want to protect. Even though I still think that hit's going to do the JOB to Jiren, but we'll see. We'll see.
I think this is really going to come down in the end to Universe 7 or Universe 6, and one of them is maybe going to wish the other back because, you know, unless Dragon Ball Super pulls the biggest troll in the history of anime and has Universe 7 lose and then the anime just ends, I think that they're going to be wished back somehow after all this is over. I do think that would be a pretty amazing ending, but of course...
I mean, the two endings I've seen thrown around is that they're going to wish him back or that they're going to take everybody and fit them into Universe 7 somehow, which I don't know how it's even possible because even though Universe 7 might not have a lot of people in it comparatively to how we thought, it's still not big enough to fit 5 or 6 other universes. I mean, I don't know, but we'll see, dude.
They're going to fit them all on 28 planets.
Whatever, bro. Don't lie to me. Speaking of wrestling, it reminds me of that damn when Brian Pillman showed up in ECW and that guy had that sign that said "Don't work me." I feel like giving it to Toriyama, bro. Don't lie to me, Toriyama. There ain't no 28 planets.
Yeah, seriously.
Read the sign. Read the sign. That's what it reminds me of, legit.
All those stars and 28 planets. Okay, Toriyama, why not?
Come on, bro.
But anyway, let us know your own thoughts down below, who you think are going to be the final 4 and who you think is going to be the one who's going to win it for their universe in the end, because there's so many different ways this can go. Of course, check out Geekdom101 down below in the description and in the annotation, and as I always say, stick around, because there's a lot more to come in the future.
The real winner is going to be me when I throw them all out.
If I was in the Tournament of Power, just flexing my biceps would send the others out.